Yes, the bull's sitting. We've had a few bulls that do that. Cow to his, well, to my right, his right, walking up the hill, just got up from the calf that's at the bottom of the hill. That'd be Amy going up the hill. It's her calf at the bottom. She was in the barn yesterday when we moved things around. I think she's got a swelled up knee. One of those things she should be past where she got her knee infection through the navel. But we have had years where they took a long time. But she seemed to be getting around a little better last night. And yeah, I'm dragging butt. Early morning pulling calves after a long day. Well, pulling a calf. Y'all already seen that video. She's doing good. I was going to get a little video this morning, but number one's up there cleaning that lot outside the 2-year-old's pen right now, so it's a little noisy up there. Might be able to hear her in the background. But this is where the girls spent the night. And by the way, 3 o'clock this morning it started raining. So hopefully none of these calves are going to get sick from it. One of the fun things, 50 degrees and wet, and then you get pneumonia going, especially in the younger ones. And the other group, over there by the neighbor's property line in the trees where I sat and enjoyed a couple cups of coffee with y'all while we were irrigating last summer, they spent the night in those trees. That's fine with me. They got way too much grass in there. I can't split that up. There's got to be, there's probably at least 7 acres total in that pasture. That goes across the creek, takes the hillside, and runs clear back up into the corner at the end of the hayfield. And the meadow foxtail is good grass, but when it's up like it is, the seed heads can be issues with the eyes, and while they're leaning down eating underneath it, the seeds will rub and they can get seeds into their hide, get abscesses in their necks. Oh, look, Dino got up. So anyway, I'm making my rounds out here. Check everybody. I need to get them moved out in here in the horse pasture too. It's really short across there. That's what we call the horseshoe piece because the creek wraps around it right there. But the rest of it, the horses kind of pick through and don't eat so much. So it's more like right here. And yeah, dandelions. We've sprayed them out, sprayed them out, sprayed them out. You know, there's so much seed in the ground, they come back. And hey, dandelion wine, right? They're still a legume. They still make good feed. They'll eat them. So I got a little video from day before yesterday. I think it was day before. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. It didn't pertain to the calf, so it didn't go with the calf this morning. So you've already seen it. I don't even know what it was about. I'll see what it is. Maybe it'll be on here. Maybe it won't. But in the meantime, I don't know that it's quite 50 degrees now either since it rained. I'm getting kind of chilly. Here we are, all relaxing. I usually, when the calves are still pretty young, there's still a couple out here that aren't, but, you know, a week and a half old. Well, maybe 2 weeks, I guess, by now. We're going to let 2 more out today, and I'm debating on what to do with the twins. Mom says turn them out with that bunch because they're closer where we can get a better eye on them. Well, no matter what, they're also along the creek when they're out with that bunch, and with this bunch, not so much. But this bunch is going to end up back here. And I don't know. I mean, it's hard to figure acreage on some of this, the way the ground lays and whatever. It's a perfect 40-acre square. And the 2 hay fields are basically 10 acres apiece. And the 3-corner piece at the top of the trees up here beyond our temporary fence. There's like 6 or 7 acres there we cut hay off of. And I figure there's probably 2.5 or 3 right here. Probably count the lane. Count the lane right there probably makes 3. So, you know, what's really left in the rest of it? And you can measure it all you want. It still comes out strange. So, anyway, that's enough for now. I'm going to go see if I can get that calf over there. See how bad she's walking this morning. Decide if I want to go up and get a rope and work it that way, or see if she'll walk up to the barn and maybe catch her in the feed barn. Get her pinned in behind a gate or something. It's a whole lot easier to work them than out here in the open. Because my quarter horse doesn't have a saddle horn to tie Dolly off to. Don't think I haven't done it out here though. It's hard on handlebars and hard on you when they come to the end of the rope. But it's also kind of hard because I'm right-handed, so gee, let me see. Throttle's on the right side, rope's in the right hand. That's a pain to run the throttle left-handed and still rope. There's Amy's calf. Watch her on that left front. She really doesn't want to walk on it. And yesterday I thought it might have been swelled at the knee a little bit, but the way she's walking, looks like it's down there by the hoof. It still could be a rock or something she's got. I don't know. If it's a rock, it's one reason to walk the way she is. If it's in a joint, that's another reason to do it. So, I don't think I'm going to try to get her up to the barn. I think we're going to rope her out here and lay her down and clean the hoof out. That's one thing you always do. Get the hoof cleaned out, and whether there's something in it or not, because when they limp like that, their toes don't move right, and they don't put their weight down properly on it, so it'll pack full of junk. Whether it be grass, straw, dirt, whatever, and it'll all irritate it. There's a spider trying to play with my phone. And looks like Dino found him a girlfriend. Need to see who she is so I can get her written down. He's hanging with her enough. He's gonna, if he hasn't bred her already, he's going to. But yeah, I thought number 2 was here, and I just texted her to see if she'd bring stuff down for. Heck no, she's gone with her mother. So, and I know I'm not gonna tackle that one by myself. She outweighs me by too much. Yay. Well, Friday afternoon updates. I hadn't seen him eat till now. Yep, I've seen him on 2 teats. She's been talking to him till I fed. Just got those girls back out. Gave them some hay. That calf that was limping, the girls ended up bringing her up into the feed barn and catching her in there by a gate. And she's big enough that yeah, we got a pet name for number 2 once in a while. We call her the Brook Dozer. One year doing weigh-in fair steers, the first weigh-in, she was in there helping. I used to change tags on them. And you don't hear the radio, so I'm not going to reach over and shut it off on the way by. One kid's steer hit the chute so hard, dude, I didn't get the chute shut quick enough, and she was right there and just plowed right back into the 700-pound steer and shoved him right back into the chute. So, she don't mess around. She ended up, number 1 had the rope around the calf's neck and had a hold of it. Number 2 went to flip her, and yeah, that flipping didn't go as planned. Instead of getting her flopped on her side, she ended up actually laid down. I wasn't going to sit here, I was going to say something else. And being laid down, number 2 got on top for her to hold her down, and she stood up. Yeah, this looks like the smaller cow here. Nope, I was wrong. That's Lena. She's being a Lena. That one over there, she's drinking out of that one. I'm glad to see her drinking.
Let's see, that's the last calf born. A little smaller cow, and she's always had some loose skin underneath her jaw. And wee hours this morning while we were waiting on that calf to come out, my wife and number two noticed that it was more than just loose skin hanging there. She's got about a football and a half underneath her jaw. And, last night I said, yeah, she's always had something going on there. Just, you don't worry about it. Well, this morning when number one got here and fed, she didn't eat. And she saw it. It was way bigger. So I had her get a hold of the vet. And turns out the one out of the three, the one we normally use, his wife just had their second child last Friday, so a week ago today. He's home with a 103-degree temperature. He sounds fine on the phone. And I mean, he's like the rest of us. He either already had it or he's pretty sure he had the same thing in January. Social distancing, well, his wife and kids already got it by the time he knew he, had the symptoms. So, they're doing what they can at home. But he's not going out on calls, which works out kind of nice. That means he'll answer the phone. So number one told him what was going on and got directions and took care of that. And had a couple more questions, so I called him back and we had a nice chat about this cow. And what we figure is, number one tried reaching in her mouth and couldn't. There wasn't room to get her hand in her mouth. That's why she wasn't eating or drinking. But we figure she got an abscessed tooth. And what he thinks probably happened, because her whole pocket is just full of blood. There's no pus in it. That doesn't mean that ain't going to change, but figure the tooth abscessed. The abscess got to a blood vessel and eroded the blood vessel, so she's more or less septic. Maybe not quite yet, but if she's not, she's going to be. So we're trying to nip that in the bud. She got a couple shots today, steroid and an antibiotic. And tomorrow she's going to get a different antibiotic and another shot. And hopefully that'll carry her long enough to get her past it. Plan was to get her another one out on pasture today, but plans change. So that's pretty much the update for the day. Say limpy calf is taken care of. New calf is up and eating. Pretty sure he probably ate earlier today. She looked like she'd been eating on. And a sick cow we didn't know we had. At least she was in here, not out in the pasture where we might not have noticed it for a couple days. And twins mama, yeah, she's mad at me right now because the sick one down there hadn't eaten it at all today. So when I fed grain, I gave her a little extra, and these two, of course, yeah. I changed Lena's mind, but twins mama, Boomer, her mind didn't want to change, and then the other one gave up. But her and her twins are doing good. I think one of them's hiding over here. Or it might be both of them. Yeah, it is both of them. There you go, the little boy. Yeah, Elmer Fudd. And Bunny right behind him. There you go. They're actually growing really good. Yes, Bunny, we're talking about you. Bunny's just about the size she probably should have been coming out as a single, and he's maybe a little bigger than he would have been coming out as a single. I just wish we had them outside. They need some vitamin D. But I don't, I want to be careful with them. Because, being twins and being in here for so long, they're not used to anything out there yet. Last thing we need is get them out there and get one sick. But it is what it is. And I got to get a hold of the neighbor about some 2 or 3 year old hay that's still in his barn. Stuff off his field that we baled. Because right now, this is what I'm feeding. I'm shooting for 6 bales a day for what's left over there. That's easy to do in the bucket. One load, and if that'll carry them through the night, then we'll be night feeding them more or less. So that's all I got. That's way too much. Too much information. But I did it for you anyway. So hey, like, subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy the ride, I hope. Thanks for watching.